Good morning. This is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. And of course, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. But I'm just coming with you guys with the calming message. I'm understanding my voices, helping you guys make it through. So that is definitely the purpose here. I'm not here to yell at the message, yell the message to you to get the message through. I'm here to calm you just a little bit, just a little bit of meditation along with the message. That is what this is for. So I do hope this helps you cleanse. I hope this helps you get through your moments each and every day. So I'm going to start off by going into a quote because I have recently, been helping some that have lost loved ones within this month, unfortunately. And they don't know where to turn. And it's, relatives. It's a mother, a parent, actually. Or, cousins. And this pandemic just kind of have us out of whack. We're losing people at a rapid pace now. And whether it be corona or natural causes, the pain is just still the same. So I'm speaking to you today to kind of uplift you, to let you know that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to fall when you're trying to be that strong person. I'm talking to you because yes, you want to be that that hand for everybody, but who's holding yours? So let's go ahead and just get into this quote right here. If you don't let it out, the grief becomes a scream trapped inside your soul, a constant cry in the dark, a sob you can never release. So scream, shout, cry, the way the sky does with thunder and lightning and rain. For it knows it is being cleansed. It knows that its storm is the only way to release the pain. I'll just let you kind of read that a little bit. But it's true. And we can weather any storm, but you have to have that cloudy day. You do. You're going to have it. Regardless if you want it or not, you're going to have that moment. And if it's that moment now, and you found your way to this video, I do hope that this message gets to you. And I'm going to make one request. If you're going through something and these messages are helping, I've been seeing quite a few of you respond about thank you for this. You're welcome. Because I definitely don't want to yell the message at you. I know some of these videos kind of can get you, try to get you uplifted, but sometimes people are sensitive to yelling and things like that. So I take it on a more meditative approach, if you will. This is me just giving you a sense of calmness. Well, I hope so. I do hope that the message kind of gets to you that way. And just put a comment if you're going through some things and you just need me to speak on it. That's how I find my motivation. That's how I find things, because it's from the heart of a good place. Because I deal with my own things and I have loved ones that do as well. So this message is for you. Let me stop rambling. But let's get to the message though. Appreciate you guys. Hit that subscribe, if you're listening here. And the like button, I'd love that too. But the coronavirus pandemic sweeping the globe has not only left many anxious about life and death issues, but it also has left people struggling with a host of less obvious existential losses as they heed stay-home warnings and wonder how bad all this will get. And that's existential. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry about that. Hey, I'm not perfect. To weather these uncertain times, it's important to acknowledge and grieve lost routines, social connections, family structures, and our sense of security, and then create new ways to move forward. We need to recognize that mixed in with all the feelings we're having of anger, disappointment, perhaps rage, blame, and powerlessness is grief. And it's actually storming right now in Georgia, which is kind of fitting. You may not hear it, but it's storming. So it's kind of fitting that this moment is happening. Left unrecognized and unattended, grief can negatively affect every aspect of our being, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Yet, with our national focus on the daily turn of events and just that scare tactic that's going on with this new coronavirus spread, and with the chaos it has brought, these underlying or secondary losses may escape us. People who are physically well may not feel entitled to their emotional upset over this disruption of normal life. Yet, it's important to honor our own losses, even if those losses seem small compared with others. No loss is any different. We can't heal what we don't have awareness of. Because it's a scary time and we just don't know what's happening until it affects you, directly when it hits home a little. Recognize our losses. Whether we've named them or not, these are some of the community-wide losses many of us are grieving. Consider how you feel when you think of these. Social connections. Perhaps the most impactful of the immediate losses as we hunker down at home is the separation from close friends and family. So even that, we're grieving even differently now. Normally we have that family being there to hug you and, console you. But even the pandemic has changed the way those things are happening, especially wearing masks. And I'm seeing virtual ceremonies and things of that nature. So the healing process and the grieving process is just changed. So, with this pandemic, children aren't able to play together. There's no in-person social engagement, no hugging, no touching, which is disruptive to our emotional well-being. And I know it because we're going through it over here. Now we're better. Better days are happening, but I just want to say 2020 was the tough time when it came to mental health. I dealt with my daughter has been diagnosed with something, and we've all just been concealed into this home. Of course, now life, we have to move on. We're getting better acquainted with it. But in those trying times when it was just shut down mode, everybody just went through some things. So separation from our colleagues and office mates also creates a significant loss as well. You're used to those routines. Our work environment is like a second family. Even if we don't love all the people we work with, we still depend on each other. Habits and habitat. With the world outside our homes no longer safe to inhabit the way we once did, we've lost our habits and habitats. We can no longer engage in our usual routines and rituals, and no matter how mundane they may have seemed, whether grabbing a morning coffee at the local cafe, driving to work, or picking up the kids from school, routines help to define your sense of self in the world. Losing them shocks your system because it's something that you're used to. Assumptions and security. We go to sleep assuming that we'll wake up the next morning, that the sun will be there and your friends will all be alive and you'll be healthy. But the spread of the coronavirus has shaken nearly every assumption we once counted on. And so we're losing our sense of safety in the world and our assumptions about ourselves. trust in our systems. And that's I'm going to shed a thinner light on that one. That one I'm going to not steer into too much because of everyone's beliefs. But when government leaders, government agencies, medical systems, religious bodies, the stock market, and corporations fail to meet public expectations, citizens can feel betrayed and emotionally unmoored. We are all grieving this loss. Sympathy for other losses. Even if you're not directly affected by a particular loss, you may feel the grief of others, including that of displaced workers, of healthcare workers on the front lines, of people barred from visiting older relatives in nursing homes, of those who have already lost friends and family to the virus, and those who will. Here are 4 ways to honor your grief, and I'll make this a little bit short. Once you identify the losses you're feeling, look for ways to honor the grief surrounding you. Bear witness and communicate. That's most important. Sharing our stories is an essential step. If you can't talk about what's happening to you and you can't share it, you can't really start working on it. So communicate with your friends and family about your experience. Don't hold that in. It could be as simple as picking up the phone and calling a friend or family member. Simply asking for and offering a space in which to share your feelings without either of you offering advice or trying to fix anything for the other. So just listening. Not everybody is a therapist. Not everybody has the right words to say, but being that ear goes a long way. Grief is not a problem to be solved. It's a presence in the psyche awaiting witnessing. For those with robust social networks, gathering a group of friends virtually to share those losses together, using apps like Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, Facebook Live, virtual meetups are easy to set up daily or weekly, and it keeps you closer socially. Write, create, express. Whether you are an introvert or an extrovert, keeping a written or recorded journal of these days offers another way to express, to identify, and to acknowledge loss and grief. And then there's art therapy, which can be especially helpful for children unable to express themselves well with words, maybe someone with a disability, and also teens and even adults. Make a sculpture, draw a picture, or create a ceremonial object. Another exercise you can do to use in grief is a simple one, is which participants use their breath to blow their sadness, fear, and anger into a rock they then throw away. So just take something and just release it and just meditate in that moment and let it go. And what this does is takes all the intense, painful energy out of your body and into an intimate object that they symbolically throw away for themselves. So, like a rock or something, you just breathe into something dear. A paper that you wrote, anything symbolic, and then throw it out. Wash it away into the river or whatever you find that can help you release those feelings. Meditate. Biggest thing, tactic I use, definitely. Regular meditation, or just taking time to slow down and take several deep, calming breaths throughout the day, also works to lower stress. And if my voice helps you to get there, that's the purpose of it. Just listen to it as it goes up and down. We have to take that time. Those wavelengths is going to help you just come back to reality, especially during that anxiety phase, especially when you're just overwhelmed with pain in grief. Just up and down, in and out. For beginners that want guidance, downloading a meditation app onto your smartphone or computer, they have those available. Solfeggio sounds is something I use. My therapist suggested. I will put a link of that in my description, but these are sound wave tones. Sometimes you can add music to it, but it's just a tone that benefits wavelengths in your brain that can kind of help you concentrate it, and for different moods of your day. And I suggest using that daily. Be open to joy. And finally, make sure to let joy and gratitude into your life during these challenging times. Whether it's a virtual happy hour, tea time, or dance party, reach out to others as well. If we can find gratitude in the creative ways that we connect with each other and help somebody, then we can hold our grief better and move through it with less difficulty and more grace. Okay? So, like I said, he may be going through a moment right now. That's probably why you are here. You were searching for something to help you get through these moments. And I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely okay to feel the way you feel right now. And you may be feeling that everybody doesn't understand because that was your close loved one. You had a deep connection with that person and you depended on that person. I understand. And you just always woke up and thought that they will always be there. But in reality, people, it won't be the case every day. We're going to lose people left and right, especially when they're getting older. But just prepare yourself for it and be that rock that everybody else needs. Learn ways to better cope with it. But we all fall. We do. We definitely do. So this is those steps to kind of get you through that. And if you lost someone, please leave a comment. I will definitely say an extra prayer for you as well. Okay? But I hope this message did reach you and fill your heart with some sense of awareness and understanding. Until the next time, people, and to my loved ones that are going through it right now, I love you. I do. All right? This is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. Like I said, drop a comment of what you want me to talk about next. I definitely take suggestions. And I'm out. Peace.